Bangladesh is on the edge. Security has been heightened as the tensions grip the country after calls for a lockdown by the Awami League to protest Sheikh Hasina's trial by the International Crimes Tribunal. As I said, security has been heightened as people in Bangladesh feel that Sheikh Hasina is not being treated correctly. The banned Awami League has called for a lockdown over Hasina's trial. Bangladesh's International Crimes Tribunal is likely to deliver its verdict on November 17th. In a crackdown on opposition, 34 Awami League leaders have also been arrested. The special ICT judge has sought death penalty for Hasina. Chief Prosecutor Tajul Islam has sought the death penalty for Hasina on 5 counts, including murder, attempted murder, torture and extermination of protesters. ICT is preparing to deliver its verdict in the case of crimes against humanity filed against Hasina, her former Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal and ex-police chief Abdullah Al-Mamun over last year's protests that left hundreds dead. Hasina fled to India on August 5th, 2024. Now, in an interview to Indian Express, Hasina alleged that Muhammad Yunus and his followers were involved in fomenting the violence. She said that the protest began peacefully in response to the introduction of civil service job quotas. However, matters escalated when radical elements led the crowds into violence. There is forensic evidence suggesting foreign mercenaries acting as provocators. She said, "I have no doubt that Yunus and his followers were involved in fomenting the uprising." She also said, thanking India as a long-standing friend to Bangladesh, Hasina added that she would love to return home, but for her to do this, Bangladesh must first hold free and fair participatory elections. An election without Awami League cannot be legitimate. Bangladesh cannot and will not remain in this state. We will rebuild from ashes and will do it again. I have absolute faith that the spirit of 1971, the courage, the unity and the love for our country will rise again. To discuss the ground situation in Dhaka, we are joined for an exclusive conversation by Barrister Mohibul Hasan Chowdhury, former Education Minister of Bangladesh. Thank you so much, sir, for joining me on this conversation. Important day on Monday, when the verdict is going to come out, Sheikh Hasina has also spoken on this issue. Do you think that the Bangladesh has no future without Awami League?
Thank you for connecting me. Awami League still commands at least 50% of the electorates in Bangladesh. It's not just a question of whether Awami League is going to be allowed to take part in the election. The issue is not just an election issue. The issue is whether Bangladesh is turning the time back into the time of being East Pakistan, whether Bangladesh is becoming a vassal state of ISI and the Pakistani military intelligence and the Pakistani military junta. That is the issue here. And that is what Mr. Yunus and his cronies are hell-bent on. Therefore, Awami League's responsibility to turn the tide back and to take the country back from these militants, from these extremists who want to turn Bangladesh into a transit point for terrorism in the region.
Sheikh Hasina also said that there were agent provocators. There were foreign hand behind the violence which led to her leaving for India. Who are these peoples? Where did they get the funds from, sir? Who was supporting them?
If we are to look into the specific incidents where protesters were targeted and killed through sniper rifles, we have to go back to the claim made by Jaish-e-Mohammed in Pakistan and Lashkar-e-Taiba. The leaders of LET and Jaish-e-Mohammed had claimed that they have shown Hasina and Bangladesh what they're capable of. They were behind the protesters, they were behind the protest, and they claimed success in the ouster of our government. So it's abundantly clear who were the mercenaries. On the field, these were the mercenaries. Beyond that horizon, Mr. Yunus had a bigger alliance abroad. He's very close to certain elements in the Western Hemisphere. He's very close to the Clinton family and the Biden family. He had gathered support from them. He had gathered an ecosystem of foreign operatives who accepted that militant elements should be or could be used to oust a leader like Sheikh Hasina. And these are the foreign mercenaries. One was fighting. One side was fighting on the intellectual side. They were giving the front, and then on the ground it was the LETs, the Jaish-e-Mohammed, the ISIS, the people who want the Ghazwatul Hind narrative to be established in the subcontinent.
A lot of people in India would like to know, if Awami League is not there, if BNP is being sidelined, which political party is filling the vacuum there? Is it Jamaat or even a radical version of them? Can you shed some light on this?
It's not just Jamaat Islami who are backing this interim regime. We've also seen groups like Hizbut Tahrir, which is an international Islamist outfit, an extremist outfit, comprising of white-collar terrorists, the ones that you've seen in India, professionals, engineers, doctors, bankers, and so on and so forth. So Hizbut Tahrir is very active in Bangladesh. Jamaat Islami is accommodating all of these elements in order to turn Bangladesh into another ISIS-like state, which they had in the Middle East for a short period of time. So BNP is sidelined, Awami League is banned, Jamaat Islami is trying to forge an alliance of extremist elements across the world, and Bangladesh, their objective is to turn Bangladesh into an extremist-led nation. But of course, Mr. Yunus is now serving as the front